if he's been over a little bit like he is, you know, all I gotta do is let go of the underhook and punch. When I do that, I want to make sure that I'm using my hip and my legs, not just my arm. Okay, I want to put some more power into it. Okay. And when I do that, typically I'll take maybe a little step backwards. And when I squat, I'm going to take his forehead on my shoulder. Okay, I'm bending down and it really opens him up as well. You know, and I might punch and keep moving. Okay, up and back until he really gets his hips in and gets in here and kind of stays with me. That's when I got to do something a little bit different to open him up. And if he's been over a little bit, or if he's just relaxed, it's really easy for me to bend him over. And that goes for knee him as well. Okay. All right. Now, if you've got a guy that's got his hips in, maybe his head's up a little bit better, he's a little bit more aware of trying to stay in good position here. There's I call them my leg bumps. It's about what I do to open them up. I got three different ones here. First one is with my underhook leg. I'm going to step right outside of his leg. And I'm not out here. I'm going to be right next to his foot with my foot. And my whole leg is there. I'm not out here stepping. If his hips are back, and I'm doing this, I'm kind of getting myself out of position. I don't need to do it because he's already been over. These are only if his hips are in tight. So I don't have to step real far and get out of position. So here I just step right outside. I don't want to hook it. I'm just going to step behind it, or right next to it. And my collar tie arm is going to push straight sideways. So basically I'm going to make him step around my leg. If he doesn't, he's going to fall over. So most guys will step around my leg. Okay, so when I step, I'm going to pressure across. When he steps, he bends himself over. Okay? Especially if his hips are in nice, I'm going to move right here, and I can look for a knee right away. And that's there pretty easy. When I look for that, whichever way I want to take him off balance, I let go with that hand. Okay? So I'm taking him that way, so I'm going to let go of my underhook hand and let him fall a little farther. And that hand comes on top of the head. Or if I want to punch him with an uppercut, as he's moving and being off balance, I'm going to do what's called a switch step. When I do that, I change my levels and I'm going to punch him. Okay, so as I feel him moving, I'm going to switch and punch. And I might get one or two in, and then I can go right back to control of my underhook. Okay, same thing with the knee. Okay, I can either control his head or look to get back into here. Alright. Now the next one, I'm going to take it the opposite way, but I'm going to use the same leg. I'm going to step inside his foot this time. And I'm right, my whole leg is touching his leg. Okay, you guys all see that? I'm just right in there. And it's real important that my knee is touching his knee. Okay? And all I want to do is make his leg go straight backwards. I don't want to take his leg outward. I want to make it so his leg goes straight backwards. So if I'm square with him, I'm going to just bend my knee almost straight forward and bump his knee. Okay, if he's a little bit of an angle, okay, I'm going to have to bump my leg outward a little bit to get his knee to go straight back. And the reaction is basically the butt's going to go back. And at the same time, I'm going to step back and let him fall. Okay, and do it again. My underhook side is what's going to push him down as I bump his knee. I'm going to push forward with my underhook. And again, he's going to be falling this way, so I want to let go with the collar tie this time. I want to let him fall. If I don't do that, if I don't let go, he's not going to fall far. Okay? I'm going to be able to pressure him down. My hand comes right on top of his head. And look to his knee. You can knee with either leg. If he doesn't go far, if he just stays right here, I typically knee with the opposite leg that I just bumped him. But if he moves forward and across, I'll step in and knee with the other side. You guys understand that? It's just a matter of where he goes. And if he stays right here, this is going back and ready to go. Alright? And the third one is almost just like that second one, but I'm going to use my opposite leg. And instead of stepping in with this leg and bumping it straight back, okay, put your hips in. I'm going to use my other leg and just use my whole leg, not just my foot, not just my knee. I want to bump his leg outward. Okay, and at the same time, I'm going to take his upper body that way. And then I'm going to let go with my collar tying it. So I'm going to bump and let go. Okay. It's real important that you don't get lazy with this leg though on this one. I don't want to get here and let him reach down and grab my leg and get me off balance. It's just like if you're outside kicking, you don't want to leave your leg out there. You want to bring it back as fast as you can. Same thing with this. When I do this, I want to pump and get it back right away. And my hand, same thing as that last one. As he goes down, I let go. That pressure on top of his neck, if I want, I can cover his head. Okay. Let me go over 3 again real quick. Right from my position, his hips are in, I'm going to step, move him off balance to a knee, or to the uppercut. I do a switch step right here. Okay. And we're taking the other way. I'm going to step in the middle. I'm going to bump his knee straight back, and at the same time, pressure down to the knee. Okay. Typically, I'll knee with those ones going forward. Okay. Or the other one. Bump. Bring my knee back. Okay. And if he moves forward, I want to move the other side. Okay. And typically, a rule of thumb. We didn't go over striking into the clinch, but I'm always striking into the clinch, and then if I'm in here and I need and he goes to get out, I want to strike on the way out as well. So just look for those openings. If he gets his head out, you know, if I punch him, you can kick or punch on the way out of the clinch. So typically, you know, that's when they're most vulnerable as well. Okay, any questions on those? Do the clinch, you mean? Like we didn't go over getting into the clinch for a short time. If I want to be in the clinch, I'll strike my way to get there. But most of the time after an exchange, a lot of times you end up there anyway. And instead of ending up right here where a lot of times you do end up, when I come into the clinch, I want to try and control the space by putting my